I have CenturyLink and this router works great with gigabit connections. The trick is that you have to enable hardware offloading as this is not enabled by default. Reviewers that weren't getting gigabit speeds did not have hardware offloading enabled. Download close to came in at nearly 900 MB/s and upload about 930 MB/s. Download comes close to 900 MB/s during hours the internet is less congested. So it definitely is a good replacement for your provided Zycel, Technicolor, etc. router and is much more advanced despite its tiny size. Please note that this is a professional product. It runs on Linux. It has a nice web admin interface, but some more advanced configurations may have to be accomplished on the command line. But it's highly configurable. You can make a separate VLAN for each Ethernet port for example. It's not as simple to set up as a Linksys and you will need an Ethernet cable to set up the router whether or not you have a wireless access point connected to it. I also recommend reading the release notes before installing any firmware, because the latest firmware doesn't work well with hardware offloading to get these speeds. But the folks at Ubiquiti are always working hard on new firmware. And there is a great support for them at Ubiquiti.com. If you have moderate layer 3 networking experience, configuring this shouldn't be too difficult, would not recommend for novice. I wanted to move the WAN/LAN routing functions away from my wireless router, RTAC66U, and onto another device. This Ubiquiti EdgeRouter X is exactly what I've been searching for. This is an extremely solid option to use as a home, QA/test system or even a small business router, assuming you have less than 40 devices. If you're using this as your WAN/internet router, I would highly recommend disabling SSH from the WAN interface. I did this by changing the IP that SSH listens on. I would give this product 5 stars, but I had to remove 1 star because it uses Viata. I have an axe to grind with Viata but that's for another day. Click link in description for more reviews.